Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. And today is the first episode of Makeup Addiction 101. Yeah. In this video, I'm going to show off, it's going to be a haul, right, of all the things that I have accumulated between 8 months ago and now. I have purchased quite a bit. I only have like maybe one item that's still en route. I just want to start this series kind of showing the foolery that one, I do, and also other people in the beauty community, what we do, the consumers. That as soon as there's a new release, we're up and at 'em and ready to purchase the new best thing. Meanwhile, we have yet to touch the things that we already own because it's release after release after release and we can't keep up. I want to show you my foolery. I want to show you how real it is for me that I can purchase so many different things and not even touch it. So if you're interested in seeing this video, by all means, stay tuned. But before you get all cozy, there is a subscribe button that's located right over here. Alongside of it is a notification bell. They go together, so you have to click both. And if you're not sure what you're subscribing to, well, let me just kind of give you a briefing on that. What you're subscribing to is a beauty channel, also a person who is going to give their opinion, regardless of how it may make people feel. So I also do commentary, and I just like, to talk. Foolery, makeup, reviews, all that good jazz. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, the button's right here. Just go ahead. Click it. Welcome to my channel. There is a subscribe button that's located right here. Alongside of it is a notification bell. Stay tuned. First and foremost, I want you to excuse the cracking of my foundation. I had recorded a video prior to this one, and I went out in the elements, and this particular foundation doesn't work well with oily skin. And guess what? I was not going to reapply any makeup. You'll see some scarring. Let's move past it. All right, so let's get started. So like I had mentioned in the intro, it's a haul, basically. But I want to kind of just put out in the forefront of how real makeup addiction is. It is in no comparison to addiction as far as like, drugs, alcohol, and things of that nature. But it's a real thing where you spend your money on things that you really don't need. And if I went through my entire makeup collection, I could have like maybe 2 cars paid off. Truly, it's a lot of makeup. I do not get PR, so everything I'm about to show you today, I purchased myself. I am an advocate of using Afterpay, Klarna, Zezel, PayPal to do like the 4 payments or whatever. So I never really pay everything, full price up front. What I'm gonna do, so I'm going to show you products. I'm also gonna show you if I can find the receipt for them, which usually the receipts are located under your account, wherever you purchase your makeup from, to kind of let you know when you purchased it, yada yada. I will leave that up here, and if I look stuff up as I'm talking to you guys, I will also say it out loud. I bought these in such and such month, such and such year. Okay, so the first items I want to show you, it's not in chronological order from like when I purchased everything. I'm just picking items, like the items in the back. Like, can you see them? Yeah. First items are these notepad edition, what are they called? Notepad minis from Crayon Case. Mind you, I've never purchased any eyeshadows from Crayon Case. It's not that I'm not supportive. They are a Black owned company. The only thing that I purchased prior to this was the palette, the blush palette book, or the blush book. I don't use that often, again, but I haven't really used makeup at all for real throughout the year of 2020 due to one, being a nurse and wearing a whole bunch of masks and stuff like that, and even going out. Like, I don't even go out like that to even get all dolled up. But nonetheless, with me saying all that, I still buy makeup. People buy purses and clothes. I buy makeup. They're still in the plastic. I got these in April. I haven't opened them. No swatching, no nothing. Can't open these things. I purchased them. I'm like, okay, now I got them. My intention was to do a makeup video with all these items that I'm going to show you today. but never got around to it, you know, dealing with a whole lot of extra. I think like around April, there was a lot of chaos happening in my life that it was like, okay, you know, I don't have the time nor the patience to deal with recording and doing a makeup look when I was dealing with some bullshit, you know. This is the yellow notepad mini, and I guess we can open it up together. So I just took the plastic off of the mini palette. So I had pulled out what, yellow first. Like, she's pretty. She's a cutie. And I was gonna do swatches, but I figured that it'll make this video way too long if I stopped and swatched everything. So I'm just gonna show you what they are, if that's okay. And I probably, not that I know I have a yellow palette from ColourPop, but I know that I have a lot of yellow eyeshadows and other palettes that it'll just be easier for me to just go ahead and pick a palette and just get it versus, you know, purchasing things that I already have. This is the blue. She's cute. This kind of reminds me of an eyeshadow palette that I will be showing you that's sitting back here that happens to be blue. I may have not, and these have mirrors. Here's the red. This is cute for a holiday look. And if there's anything that I'm showing you that you might be interested in watching me use, let me know down in the comment section. And here's the orange. This is a nice, good fall mini palette if you're into oranges and if you're a person who is really trying to get into makeup, afraid to play with color, I would recommend something like this, something small, nothing too intimidating or whatever. My favorite color, purple. This is cute. But I tend to gravitate towards colors like this. Looking at these little mini palettes are actually giving me another idea of lining up or showing more of an extension version of my collection, putting all my monochromatic eyeshadows together. Like, do we need another purple? Do we need another orange palette? Because and they keep coming. Like, I don't understand. What's the fixation with, you know, monochromes? Here's the green, another good holiday palette. Here's the pink. Now, pink is a color that I do not play around with a lot because I really don't care for pink. Just not one of those colors that I like too much. And here is the black. This is also a nice palette. Holiday, New Year's kind of palette, good smoky eye. The only thing I wish it had would be maybe a deeper brown in it. But these are also colors that I really don't gravitate towards. I don't use like black eyeshadow for a lot of looks, period. Not even to deepen the outer corner like the other, you know, the other video I did, because I don't play with it at all. And it's like, why did I really need it? And one of my problems, and I don't know if any of you guys have the same problem, when there is a collection, when there is a bundle package, I feel like, oh, that is a better buy for me to get all of them, not thinking that maybe there's something in the bundle that just may not be meant for me. Like, there is a collection that I want to get. It's by Glam Light times Michaela. She's a beauty influencer, and I like the eyeshadow palette. Now, with that being said, I have two Glam Light palettes that I have yet to play with. Haven't swatched, haven't done absolutely nothing with these two. And I don't know, when did I get these? Well, one with the ice cream palette, and it's cute. Like, the packaging, and if you guys watch me enough, I'm not a big like fan over packaging, but I would like to say I appreciate the effort that Giselle, who's the owner of Glam Light, puts into her packaging. But it's like, you know, I don't want to throw it away because she worked hard. She worked hard on it, but it's not like something that I'm gonna put up for display. Like, this is crazy. So like I was mentioning, there is another palette that they have with a, you know, beauty influencer, Michaela, and I want it because it's limited edition, you gotta have it. But in my mind, and I have hesitated. It has been released about 3 different times, like a restock of it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Oh no. So I reached out to Stephanie, and I'm still waiting on a response because I had sent her my my shopping cart. I'm like, oh, let me know if I should get these, because it's not only the Michaela palette that I want. Now, there is a bundle with that collection, but there's a highlighter that I know that it's not going to go well with my skin tone. And there's lip glosses. I have so many lip glosses by Glam Light that I don't even use now. I don't want it. I just want the palette. But am I going to really use it? So if you know of the Michaela palette with Glam Light, it kind of looks like the ice cream palette, in my opinion. I did swatch this mint chocolate in here, and she's cute. Now, in Michaela's palette, I think there's some like deeper greens in it and just deeper purples, but it kind of looks similar to this. And I do want it. But would I really use it like that? And I've never used this palette. Not only with this ice cream palette, when it was released, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I love the swatches. I need to have it, yada, yada. And at that time, Glam Light was also doing a giveaway. Your girl is impaciente. I was like, listen, I need to get it. And I didn't. I entered the giveaway and everything. So guess what? I won the giveaway. So not only did I spend $145 for the entire collection of this, because I have the lip glosses, the lipsticks, and this, and it also came with eyelashes. I'm not going to show you guys the eyelashes today because I feel like eyelashes, that's not really an addiction for me, because on my downtime, I really don't wear lashes like that. I like mascara, and I'll put the mascara to work, and I only wear lashes when I'm doing Instagram looks or just being on camera, but I don't really gravitate to them, so they're not really an addiction for me. I have a nice little stash, but it's just like I reuse them, I clean them, reuse them, and for the most part I go to the beauty supply store and get like these 20mm ones because I like how they look. I think they're full, but they're not extra. Too extra, like the 25 or the extra thick fluffy ones. Those look ridiculous. So I end up giving the extra one I had to my good friend Stephanie, so she has that one. And then I have the Paint Pro palette. This was the second one. I don't know. I think this one is still available. I don't know if it's available by itself. And I can't really remember. I'll leave the date up here when I purchased both of these, because again, I won the ice cream palette and I bought it. And with this one, when it came out, I want to say it was considered limited edition, but not really sure. But I think you can still get it. And I bought it still. I looked at it, but never did nothing with it. So it looks like this. So it looks like a painter's palette. And they also have a bigger one like this with the deeper primary, secondary colors. Like, I love it. I love it so much that I don't even touch it. It's crazy. This crimson red in it, it looks so pretty though. Now this I might swatch. This red right here, just to see what it looks like. The texture's soft. Oh yeah, that's money. Now, this pizza palette is an honorable mention. Mind you, I purchased this, I want to say at this point, maybe 2 years ago, whenever this palette was popping. But I waited a while because I really wasn't attracted to it, like talk about when it first came out. But because it had so much traction, and because, Giselle's an Afro-Latina, I was like, okay, I gotta support. This palette is what brought it on, what I'm saying, what put her on to the map, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead. I've never, never, ever touched this thing. Look at this. And for real, like, she's not really cute. I think what really put this palette on the map was that because she was innovative, she was the one that started the whole, food inspired palettes and stuff like that, and that's her thing. It's an okay looking palette, but I had to support and I bought it. And I am loyal by default when it comes down to that. If I rock with a brand, I rock with you. And especially if you're a black, not only if you're black, you're also Latin, like a part of the Latinx community, honey, I'm supporting. And I may not really care for whatever that you're putting out, but I am supportive of my people in a major way that I am going to buy from them. And these are the glosses from the ice cream collection. They're so cute. And I had tried the cookies and cream one. And these are, now I know for a fact these are still available for purchase. So this is the cookies and cream lip gloss. And it has a mirror on the side for application. Now, so this is the lip gloss caramel. These are the liquid lipsticks and the lip kits that came, I don't know if they're called popsicles or something, I don't know. So this is caramel, right? And this is what the chocolate pop, whatever, I don't even know what these are called. It just says a lip set, the Glam Light lip set for a part of the ice cream collection. Same collection, right? Very similar. I think with the camera you can kindly somewhat see the difference. I'm trying to angle them. Here we go. So one has more of a pink. This has a peachy undertone, orange undertone, and this one has more of a pink, but very similar nonetheless. I mean, what do I need to? So this one is caramel and this one is sweet fudge. And I also have another lip gloss that has nothing to do with this collection at all that looks similar to this. I'm not going to go through my lip gloss collection at least not in this moment. And it looks similar to this. So I have 3 of the same color combos, not only in the lip gloss, but also in these shades right here from Glam Light. I'm like, okay. That's why I'm not interested in buying any more lip products, because I mean, why would I need it? I didn't even open up Strawberry. Same kind of shimmery lip gloss, but this has more of a purple undertone. But I've never used any of the collection, and they're over a year old. And this is another one of the lip kits that came with the ice cream collection. But again, even with this shade right here, it just looks similar to the strawberry one I just showed you. So Glam Light, work on that a little bit. I think we're good on the lip products. The only thing I feel like Glam Light needs to do is extend their liquid lipstick line. I think they have the glosses on lock, personally. The brand is good. The lip glosses are great. I mean, their doe foots are a little stiff, but did I really need all of these lip products, especially we're in the era of wearing masks? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so the next few items I got from Sephora. Doing this makeup addiction series also has me thinking really strongly about new releases and what they really look like, and to not purchase. Because now my eyes are so open that I'm looking at them, I'm like, okay, well, this looks like something you just did, or it just looks like something I already have. I got the Mary Jane palette from Melt Cosmetics. Now, Melt, for me, I think they're a overhyped company. I'm sorry that I said it. Again, I'm going to continue to say this. I'm not afraid of never being on anyone's PR list, because I feel like I'm doing you guys, I'm actually doing them also a disservice by sitting here saying that everything they put out is wonderful. And so the Mary Jane palette is a palette that I truly don't have in my collection, because it's very muted, very neutral. But I was like, oh, well, this is a great addition. And these are colors I never, ever gravitate towards. Never. They're so muted and grayed out. Like, I like purples and greens. So this is definitely different for me. It's pretty though. It's nice. And it's something that I didn't have. So I can say, okay, I just added to the collection. But it's just like, why am I adding and not using? And I'll leave a price up here, how much this palette costs. Yeah, if things are not given to me, I have to really think hard about my purchases and do I really need, would really want it. When it comes down to makeup, it's not a need. You know what I'm saying? That's a want. So I have to really want something going forward. And so I have advisors. I have my oldest child, and I have my friend Stephanie to let me know, hey, this is cute, worth the purchase or not. So I almost got duped. Is it duped? I almost purchased the Pat McGrath Celestial, whatever holiday collection palette that she brought out this year. I almost, and with the VIB Rouge sale, 20% off, tempted to get that palette. But this is the one from last year, okay? It came out around September, October, I want to say. This pretty baby here is unbothered, not touched at all. So this is what this baby looks like. You guys have seen it. I don't really know if you can purchase this, maybe on Pat McGrath's website, but it was the holiday palette from last year. Still got the plastic and everything on it. I think I swatched this color right here. And so I couldn't tell you how these eyeshadows performed. It was the fact that, one, if you know anything about Pat McGrath, her eyeshadow palettes are $125. I'm not that addicted. I promise you. I am not that addicted to buy a palette that's $125. I don't even care if I get 20% off at Sephora twice a year. Not doing it. So when this palette came out for like $78 for however 18 shadows, I was like, yo, we can do this. I don't know what they're like. And then for it to be $78, the back of this thing where it tells you the list of eyeshadows, the names of them, like this little sticky thing you have back here, like this, like I understand this is one of your cheaper palettes or the cheapest palette, but that's pretty whack. Expiration date on it. So technically it's expired because I haven't, it's a year old. Never used it. But with the eyeshadows, and we all can keep it a buck, when it comes down to eyeshadows and whatever we have in our collection, we don't just toss them out after the time frame they tell us is good for us to use. We just don't. I got this baby, the ABH Norvina. Now, I had to actually look back because I'm very forgetful, getting older, can't remember everything. When I bought the 4, I guess at the time, because I had to go back to make sure that I didn't talk about some of these products I'm showing you today. So I had talked about the 4 in that particular video during a haul that I did. And I guess Norvina at the time was going through some discrimination, or she was doing something with her employees or whatever. And I completely forgot. But this is how bad it is when it comes down to people who really love makeup. You kind of get blindsided, and some people make up excuses for certain brands. They're like, well, I can separate the drama from from the company or whatever the case is. I can't personally, but I completely forgot. So therefore, I purchased the 5. And also too, because I have 1 through 4, or now we have a 5, I can't have an incomplete collection. Now ask me, how many times have I used 1 through 4? Hell, 1 through 3, the original ones. Ask me how many times I've used them. Don't ask. Purple is my absolute favorite color. So she's so cute. But again, it's like, am I really going to use this? And this shade, where is it? I just saw it. And this shade right here kind of looks similar to a shadow that I just showed you from the Pat McGrath palette. But in these purples here are similar to what I showed you in the Crayon Case palette, the little mini one. These purples right here look similar to what I showed you in the Glam Light Pro, whatever it was, the one that looks like a painter's palette. You know, she's cute though. Untouched. In the box. And what's the expiration date on this one? 12 months. When did I get this? This one came out this year, right? Not really sure. So the next few items, for real, I'm not even guilty of purchasing because I am a huge fan of Fenty's lip glosses. I absolutely love Fenty's lip gloss. So when they came out with the, what is this? The Gloss Bomb, is this, no, Heat is a color. No, the Gloss Bomb Heat, that's what it's called? It just sounds incomplete. The Gloss Bomb Heat shades. Jeez, it just sounds like so much happening. I had to get all of them. And it's been a few months since I got these. I think I was still living in my old house when I purchased them. I had to. Look at them. Sickening. But again, like, I don't go anywhere. I promise you the goal is to put these videos out, but these are not cheap either. I want to say they're between $15 to $20 a pop, maybe 18. I think 18 is probably where it's at, but each one $15, $18, but I got them all. I have to say, I've never tried any of Fenty's eyeshadow palettes. Nothing ever spoke to me. When I would watch reviews, nothing ever stood out. I'm like, okay, it's worth the price. Let me go ahead and get it. Or it's because it's by Fenty, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it. But because I think I had saw a look Rihanna had did on herself, not on herself, but it appeared like she was wearing these shades. I don't know, was it the Met Gala? I don't even think it was the Met Gala. No, because that was really recent. So I don't know, it's a red carpet event that she went to, and I was like, oh, I want to recreate that look. So I really can't tell you when that was. And this is really a boring palette, at least for me, because I love pops of color. I'm not really in the bronzy, pinky, neutral kind of person. But look at this. Look at this. This is not me whatsoever. But I was like, oh, I've never tried her eyeshadows. I like the look that she did, which I could have recreated with any other palette that I had, like any other palette. I also have, what's the name? Custom made palettes that I had. Like, I could have found something to dupe it, but here you go. Like, I did this. I made this purchase and still haven't used it. And I really can't count this as like a splurge or extra. It's my Beauty Blender Leveler Pore Minimizing primer. This is my favorite primer, period. I love it. I have oily skin and it works for me. Since Becca is no longer a thing, this primer is where it's at, in my opinion. And I also have the Gloss Bomb Cream. Now, do I have all the shades? I think I do at this point. This was my last one. And look, haven't used her. She's been in her box. And look, she's already doing this. That's just a waste. I mean, I'm sure she's all right because it was within the year. This print is too small to even read. But even look at the shade. Not something that I gravitate towards, but I got it anyway because I had the other ones. That's abuse to myself. Lord forgive me, I have sinned for real. And the last thing I got, and I got this because it was on sale, it is the Huda Beauty Nymph all over highlighter. Where am I going? You wanna know why I bought this? I bought this because I had saw somebody on Instagram that mixed it with their foundation. Mind you, I have pores galore. Like you can see them now, pores. So highlighting them is just gonna make them even more obvious. But because I like their look, thinking that maybe, just maybe, I can kind of replicate that look knowing I have big ass pores, I bought this. But it was also on sale. I want to say it's normally like $40 or something, and I got it on sale for like 50, 20, I don't know. But nonetheless, it's a purchase that I really didn't need to purchase. I still have quite a bit to show you. I'm sitting here looking at the time. I'm trying to hurry up and do this video before David comes home. I feel like I'm getting oilier and oilier as I sit here. And I still have quite a bit of product to show you. Yo, it's a whole problem. I'm trying to get through this, but do you see how ridiculous? And I know maybe not a lot of people, and this is not for real. This is not showboating because I work hard for the little coin that I have. I'm very good with managing my money. So when I buy things, I'm not reckless. I'm not going to not pay a bill to get makeup. You know, I know that goes along with addiction. I'm thinking that I have just what's left on my bed because my bed is directly behind me, and no, I still have products to the side of me. Father. So I bought the Be Perfect Carnival, the Antidote palette. Now, I have the XL Carnival and the 3 that came out. I didn't get the first one or whatever. I like the bigger one instead. Now, when I saw this palette, for a long time, I was feeling like I wasn't really attracted to whatever new was coming out. But this baby right here, I don't know why I liked it so much, but I do. And truly, there isn't anything that's super like magical about it, but I like it. But I really didn't need this. And I want you to remember this section right here, okay? Remember this green. Mind you, I just showed you some mini palettes, but if you're seeing the problem as I'm showing you the stuff, please feel free to comment. I'm open for criticism. Hell, I'm even open for judgment at this point. I got all 5 of the Carnival, what are these called? The Antidote Liquid Eyeshadows. But when I tell you, they're beyond beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. So they're still chilling in their box. So ridiculous is what this is. I have so many video ideas, right? I can't keep up with my ideas because I'm so excited. And I don't know what to show you guys first, what makeup look I should do first, because I have an abundance of shit. But look at these, man. Oh, like, I'm not going to swatch them now. When I do this, because I have it all planned out about doing the video for this. So I'm going to save the swatches for the video, but look at this. Yo, mad pretty. It's only been one time prior to this purchase have I ever bought from Beauty Bay. I think I had bought one of the Carnival palettes from Beauty Bay, and their shipping is the freaking worst. But nonetheless, I got these. Oh, when I show you, these are so aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But when I show you, you're going to be like, yo, for real? Look at this. You see the greens and the reds here. You also just saw the greens and the reds in a couple of palettes ago, and even from what I just showed you. Yo, but she's pretty. And for real, the only reason why I got these 2 palettes, so this is the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. The reason why I got this, I was watching, is it Amy Loves, I know her name is Amy, but I think her channel is called Amy Loves Makeup. Mind you, Amy and I are on opposite ends of the color spectrum, okay? She's light, white, and I'm on the darker end. But she's very thorough as far as her reviews, and she does the color swatches, and the swatches she was doing for these 2 palettes, I was like, yo, you sold me. I don't know if she has an affiliate code with them, but she should. And this is the Opulence palette, and they both have 20 shades in them. Now, I'm not real big on like packaging, but this is my vibe. Like, This is so me on a cover. My favorite colors are purple and turquoise. But again, do you see the repetitiveness of these eyeshadow palettes? And you see what it's doing. And I know it's not just me. So y'all can sit here and act like, okay, Talia, you done spend all your coin on things that you clearly already have, and it's repeating itself in just this one video. Leave a comment down below if you want me to show you guys my entire makeup collection. And I'm going to repeat, I have never ever had anything sent to me. Let me take that back. Viva Cosmetics have sent me lipsticks or whatever, but not enough to put a dent into what I have created for myself. Okay, not even a dent, not even a scratch, not even a nothing. And everything I have purchased myself. So the next one up is the Tammy Thomas Makeup Revolution Tropical Twilight palette. Whenever this palette came out is when I bought it. I also bought the bronzer palettes. I bought the two shades that she had, the two bronzer highlighter shade palettes. I bought them both. I didn't bring those out either because I want to say I used them in a video or so. Maybe I didn't, but I've used them. I've used them more than I ever used this one, which has been never. And I want to say she might be a year old. I mean, but look at it. Look at the colors. She's cute. Palette, and it's still stuck. Like you see, like I have no use. She's still stuck down. But I really bought it for this Firefly. Is that what it's called? This Firefly glitter shade. I'm trying to see if I can swatch it. It might be getting dried out. That's all I could get from it. But I bought it for that and have never used it. And these next two palettes I'm going to show you, these are, I just got them like within the past week. I got the Ace Beaute Tropical Vibes palette. When you see this, you're going to be like, yeah, why? But this is also a Black owned company and their quality is amazing to me. Now, I have all of their palettes, every last one of them, and they just recently changed their formulation. And I almost, when I say almost, said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give these ones away to my kids, and I'm going to go ahead and repurchase the new formulated eyeshadows. And I said, you know, I really had to have a conversation with myself. And I was like, yeah, you'd be an idiot to repurchase that. Because the first four, is a 4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5, 6 palettes they initially came out with, that whole collection was over $100. I spent that. I spent that outright, as a matter of fact. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've used any of those palettes. I think the most use I had got out of any of Ace Beaute's palettes is when they did a Christmas challenge that I won one. I think I had won like a free gift card, $300 gift card, when I was recreating the looks they wanted everybody to recreate. Other than that, honey. But this Tropical Vibes, oh, this is coming to a video near you really soon. But it's a bunch of green. And I've shown you green, haven't I? But it's pretty. But even though I may have multiple palettes with similar shades, the quality can definitely be different. You know what I mean? Did I really need it? No. But I like it. I like it a whole lot. I feel like I should make a part 2 to this. I still have quite a bit left. And I feel like this video is just long. I'm going to show you this last one. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a part 2 to this because it's long. It is. Like even with this segment I just did is 16 minutes by itself. We're going to be here forever. So I'm going to show you this last palette and then we're going to go ahead and move on. And yeah, let me just show you this. I've never ever tried Mema Mitchell's eyeshadow palettes. Now, I love the man's skill set. I think that his makeup is beautiful. What he does on himself, what he does on his clients, on his models, he does a phenomenal job. He's based out in the UK. Products that are based out in the UK never really move me a lot. Even with Be Perfect products, they now have a warehouse in the US, and that's one of the reasons why I was willing to order from them, because I know it was coming from here. Not that I'm discriminating, it's the shipping. The shipping and sometimes how the boxes come in, going through customs. Oh my God, like they will beat your box up. I don't have the time. My temperament isn't set up to tolerate you beating up my box. So I got the Milk palette from Made by Mitchell. And I told you at the beginning of this video, sometime in this video, I don't really care for pink like that, but it was a pink shade that moved me to purchase this. I know. It doesn't even look like much. But okay, if I can find a screen record a something off of his Instagram on the swatches, you're going to see why. I don't know, is it too bright in here? And it might be. This pink right here had me like, oh, I just want to smother that on me. The color arrangement is not the hottest. It was the swatches that I saw on his Instagram that moved me. So I bought it. And I will say, because he's based out in the UK, his shipping was pretty quick. Like maybe a week and a half, maybe. So I thought that was pretty good for it to be out of the country. I still have quite a bit of product to show you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I will come back with a part 2 to this makeup addiction 101. It's like a hoarding kind of situation because you can see I purchased quite a bit to where it has been up to 2 years. It's been 2 years since I purchased it, or a year since I purchased it, and have never touched it. It's like I buy, and hoard. It's crazy. So I know in 2022, if I have not made it on someone's PR list, my purchasing has to be minimal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys saw products that, you know, either you already have, or maybe you're interested in getting yourself or whatever. But my goal here is not to brag or to boast about the things that I have. It's kind of like, okay, pause and think. You saw palettes here that were similar to the one before. You see the repetition in colors, the repetition in the arrangement of a palette, that things don't really change much. You know what I mean? And just imagine how much money we're putting into these companies' pockets, and we're not even using all of them to even benefit from, you know what I'm saying, to benefit from it. I am a makeup lover. I will always be a makeup lover. This is not new to me. I didn't jump on the bandwagon when people started wearing makeup. From the age of 10, your girl was on wearing CoverGirl lip glosses. I was always into makeup. But I just feel like my spending has got out of control, and I just want to just show you guys. And it's therapy for me, like I said. And I might start sharing some of like my marital stories and dealing with the alcoholic and stuff that we've been through, but I'm not a crier, so makeup is my outlet. You know what I'm saying? Well, all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would love for you to be a part of the family. Like, it's all good. It's all great vibes over here. Now, your girl is honest. Maybe too honest. Please don't forget to, you know, join the fam. I would love to have you here. And if you want to connect with your girl on social media, you can find me on everything Talia's Eye Candy. That's on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And I will catch you all in the next. Bye. Es que yo estoy buena, es que yo estoy dura. Yo sé que tú me quieres dar toda la noche entera. Tú no mueves la cadera, yo sé que te desespera. Pero con esta negra no hay quien pueda.